Hello, welcome back. Welcome back, my viewers, my students, and all our subscribers. This is Datafied YouTube channel. Yes, and we are happy to have you come around as a viewer, a subscriber, or a student. Yes, in this video, we will conclude our discussion on Python data structures. We started by looking at the lists, tuples, sets, dictionaries, and here our focus will be on strings. Yeah, to be on strings. All right, let's scroll down to the part where we have some codes written about strings, and then we begin talking about strings. Okay, so here we are. Strings. What are strings? Strings are sequences of characters. They are immutable and can be indexed and sliced, just like list. All right, here, but lists are mutable, right? But tuples are unmutable. We can index lists, we can slice lists, but lists are mutable. But here strings are immutable. Okay, so let's look at the basic syntax of a string. Here is the basic syntax of string. I know this is part of the first things you would have seen when you were introduced, when you look at the introduction to Python video that we had in the very first week. Now, my string is the variable name I have given to this string called hello world. Hello world. As you can see, this string is made up of letters, symbols, and different characters. But what makes it a string, or what makes Python identify this as a string, is this double quote. You have to wrap it around a double or single quote. Let's see how to create string. Very simple. The first string I'm creating here is called Python programming, and I assign that. The first string I'm creating is Python programming assigned to the variable called text. All right. And to access this, like in a list, like I said earlier, string also has the indexing feature. It indexes the elements from 0. So p is located at index 0, y is located at index 1, c is located at index 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the white space is also indexed. This is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So G is at index 17. Now note, I mentioned that the white space is also indexed, is seen as a character. Yeah, so if we want to access the first string called the first string P, or the first character P, we use index 0. Just the same syntax, square bracket and 0, just written in just at the front of the variable name. Now that had given a P. So strings are indexed like lists with the first character at index 0. How do we then slice strings? They are sliced exactly just like we slice list. Here I have a substring equals, I want to see the text from 7 to 18. So 7, remember that if I'm indexing, the 18th character will not be included. It will go from 7 to the 17th character. So when you intend to extract the 18th character, you have to change this to 19. Let's see those characters. And that is programming. So programming is the word that is located from the 7th character to the 18th. Let's confirm that. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because I said the white space is also having index. So this is 7. Here's the 7th character all through the 17th character. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Because G is on the 17th character or located at the 17th index, I have to get from 1 to 18. If I say I want to get from 1 to 17, then it will take out G because it's going to give me from 1 to the character that is located at the 16th position. Okay, so I said here that string slicing returns a portion of the string from the start index to the end index exclusive. You see the word exclusive, which means it doesn't include 18, but it includes 17, that is n minus 1. All right. Now let's look at some methods of string. We have the upper, we have the lower, we have the replace, and all of those methods. So when you call string.upper, the string.upper methods will actually convert all the strings, all the characters in the string to uppercase. Here, when we call text.upper, you can see that Python programming had been returned, is returned in upper place, all with uppercase, I mean to say. If you want to replace a text here, I want to replace the word programming with data science. As you can see, it has text.replace as the method. I call the existing text in the string with a comma, and this text I intend to use to replace the existing one. They are both strings. Once I run this cell, it replaces programming with data science. Now we have Python data science. Okay, the upper and the replace methods converts the strings to upper and replaces specified substring with another respectively. How do you format strings? Now we have the name Alice, age 30. I want to format the string f name as name comma age as age. So this is using the format the f string to format this string so that we can have the output as name full column Alice and age full column 30 with the f string, right? So the f string here, which is called the formatted string literals, allow embedding expressions rather inside string literals using the curly braces. And we've seen how f string works both when we're talking about print statements in Python. So the f string is a very powerful string or ways of combining strings with some variables that have been defined earlier. Let's quickly look at splitting and joining strings. There's a split method that separates strings using uh delimiter. So I can split by space, I can split by comma, I can split by dash, depending on the delimiter of choice or delimiter of interest. I'll take this code to a new cell above so we can see the impact of or the output of this code when I run it. That's it. Now, once I go into text, remember that text is the word Python programming, and I split text by just empty parentheses. Okay, so I'm printing words. For words, I'm printing different words. I call it words, and I print them out. So now it's giving me a list of the characters or the list of the words that make up that string. Do you follow? The list of the words that make up the string. So let's say I want to, for further example, let's say I want to split the word programming as a string. I copy this and create a new cell. So here's a string called programming. Once I say programming.split, this will give me a split of these characters, the split of the characters in a list. Okay, so programming.split. Oh, because this is just one single word. Yeah, one single word. So it's not splitting it as further text because it's a single word. So this gives me the word programming in a list. So what split does is it takes a group of words. Okay, let's use splitting and joining strings as for my example. It takes a group of words and split them and take each word as an item in the list. Do you see that? So it take a group of words and separates each word as item in a list. Okay, this is very powerful method that will be used especially when we begin data cleaning and data transformation in Python. Please don't forget how the split works. Now, if we want to join these texts that have been split already, we use the dot join method. So I'm joining them with space, right? So have curly brace, a space in the curly brace dot join words. When I run this, you would see that these splits that we've done, we've joined them again back as a single text. Now, if I assign this a variable, let me just assign this as my example so you understand what this is how the join works. So my example is equal to a list of words, right? Let me just call my example so that I can see the output. My example That's the output, list of words, splitting and joining strings. Now to join these words as one sentence or one group of words, all I need to do is I'll come back to this my example, and then I would say this empty open braces dots, open braces dots join with, I call the split. So the split is my example, right? My example. And once I run this, it gets back this split, yeah, as one sentence, or a single string as a group of words as one. So that's how this dot join works. Very important and very powerful, which means that if you're given a string or list of strings, you can make them just one single sentence by using the join method. So split divides the string into a list of substrings based on a delimiter, and then while combines a join combines a list of strings into a single string with a specified separator. So that's how it works. So we can use a specified. So because I use a space here, space to join them, that's how you have them join this way. I can also join them using, let's say, a dash. When I use a dash, you see dash in between, splitting dash and dash joining that string. Can you see that? So that is how to split and join text. Yeah, of course, there are other methods that you'd want to explore. We have the append, clear, copy, count, extend, index, insert, pop, remove, reverse sort. These are other methods that I would employ to explore and see how they work with the string data structure. All right, so this brings us to the end of this particular video series on data structures. In this Jupyter Notebook, we have covered the fundamental Python data structures, including lists, tuples, sets, dictionaries, and strings. Each section includes syntax, multiple examples, and detailed explanation of the output. Understanding these data structures will provide a solid foundation for more advanced Python programming concepts. Thank you for watching and seeing all these videos in this series. I hope you enjoyed every one of them, and I hope you'll find time to practice. Remember, practice makes perfect. The more you practice, the more you get used to this programming concept in Python. Yes, thank you again once more for watching. Please, if you're yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and do so to get notified whenever we drop new videos that's related to data and different data concepts. All right, so that'll be all from my side, and in the next video we'll be looking at different concepts in Python programming. Bye bye.